Now in this question we are given that the total price of 5 pounds of regular coffee and 3 pounds of decaffeinated coffee was 21.50. So suppose we denote regular coffee by R and decaffeinated coffee by D. Then let's write down the information first. So we have 5 pounds of regular coffee plus 3 pounds of decaffeinated coffee. Now this amounted to $21.50. We are asked what is the price of 5 pounds of regular coffee. So we have to find the value of 5R, or we can say we have to find the value of R. Now from this you should be able to infer that we can find the value of R only when the value of D is given, or we get another equation with the variables R and D so that they can be solved simultaneously. We now move on to step 2, which is solving the statements. So the statement 1 tells us that if price of 5 pounds of regular coffee had been reduced 10%. So you have to find the new price of the regular coffee. Let's write it as new value of R will be equal to R multiplied by 1 minus 10 by 100. This gives us 90R by 100, and we can write this as 9R by 10. Now we have that the price of 3 pounds of decaffeinated coffee had been reduced 20%. So we also have to find the new value of D. Then this would be R multiplied by 1 minus 20 by 100, which equals 80D by 100, which is equal to 8D by 10. Now these are the new prices of the regular coffee and decaffeinated coffee. Now if we form an equation using the statement 1, we have that 5 pounds of regular coffee. That means 5 multiplied by the price of the regular coffee, the reduced price of regular coffee, 9R by 10, plus 3 pounds of decaffeinated coffee. So 3 pounds multiplied by the new price of D, which is 8D by 10, which is equal to 18.45. So it amounts to $18.45. So this is the equation that we deduced from the statement 1. Now we can write this as 45R plus 24D is equal to 184.5. Now you can see that this is an equation in R&D, and from the question we had already deduced another equation in R&D. Now since it is a data sufficiency question, we can obviously solve the two equations and get the answer. The question simply asks if we could. Since there are two equations with two unknown variables, it is possible to solve the two equations. Hence statement is sufficient, and out of the options given to us, we eliminate option B, C and E. So we have statement 1 to be sufficient. We now move on to analyze the sufficiency of statement 2. Now statement 2 tells us that the price of 5 pounds of regular coffee. So 5 pounds of regular coffee costs 5R. This was $3.50 more than the price of 3 pounds of decaffeinated coffee. So this will be equal to 3.50 plus 3 pounds of decaffeinated coffee. Now we can write this as 5R minus 3D is equal to 3.50. As you can see, this is another equation in R&D, and from the question we have deduced another equation in R&D. So it is also possible to solve these two equations and get a value for R&D. Hence statement 2 is also sufficient. So the correct answer is option D.